Praise the Lord. God is good. God is great. Jesus alive and well. Ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, call a familiar face. Call all the folks you know, from your family and relatives to your friends, your classmates, your roommates, your significant others, your spouses, and everyone else. From friends, amigos, comrades, compadres, to your frenemies and enemies. Tell them that your boy is doing his YouTube CVS station identification. No, it is not. The Pharmacy, its channel vlog show, known as WEML-TV, Channel 77. And now here is your host of the show, where there's ordinary and there's him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Hey, you don't know who that announcer is, trust me. I decided to make a new introduction to be more positive and just have a little bit of fun here. And welcome to the show, WEML-TV, Channel 37. I am your host of the show, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Live from New Bedford, New Bays, right here in Massachusetts, y'all. Let me tell you, man, it's been a crazy day today. As usual, work's not been that bad. It's been pretty good. Sometimes when you leaves have been, when you clean outside the mall, you have a lot of leaves, and you're like, oh boy. So can we have a leaf blower? Nope. Can't have a leaf blower. You know, makes it too easy for you. Well, let me tell you, a lot of people, yep, a lot of leaf blowing going on. So there you go. I just filled up the car with gas today, and came home. By the way, today's October the 19th, 2021, 12:34 p.m. And I was planning to do the PTW, that's Picks to Win Event Center for Crown Jewel, which is coming up this Thursday. I'm doing it today instead of tomorrow night. That way, I can free up tomorrow night, even though AEW Dynamite will be again on Saturday night, because not only TNT's got hockey to deal with, but also basketball. You know? Basketball Jones, baby. So they got basketball to deal with. Some b-ball. Shooting some b-ball upside the school. One, a couple other guys, they're up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight. My mom got scared and said, you moved your auntie and uncle to Bel Air. Oh, I love that show. My favorite Fresh Prince of Bel Air episode of all time would be the episode with William Shatner. That was hilarious. I gotta tell you. Yeah, and I'm gonna give a shout out to the guys from Bofus and the Sofas. That would be Romy 2184. That would be Jerome Latmer, Mr. Gare, aka Garrison Newkirk, aka Gary, A Pizzle 90. That would be none other than Alex Putnam, who is a Dolphins fan. Dolphins still suck, by the way, Alex. Sorry about that. I am a Pats fan, and horror film critic. Even though I'm not big into horror films, Mr. Austin Putnam, Alex's brother. So I want to give Bofus and the Sofas a shout out. I'll give them a plug. Check out the show every Monday afternoon. They'll make you laugh. If you're having a bad day or just having a worst case of the Mondays, check out these guys. They'll make you laugh, especially between Gary and Romy doing a fart contest or something like that. And it's just crazy as it is. You know, they'll get me rolling on the floor laughing every single time. I'm trying to watch their show a little bit more. So and hope you guys get you and just give him some love. Tell him that Eric Lima sent you, and tell him that he's giving you a shout out. And that's what I'm going to do. So Jerome Latmer, I don't know if he's related with Thomas Latmer of the NWA or not, but Thomas Latmer is British. Garrison Newkirk, aka Mr. Gare Bear, Alex and Austin Putnam, the Putnam brothers. And I'll tell you what, check them out. Check them out. Us Writing Ravers love them as well. We're going to have some fun here today because I'm in a good mood because the Red Sox won again last night. Another grand slam hit by Kyle Schwarber. Dude, ever since we acquired him, it seems like he turned our season around. Who knew, right? So that means the Red Sox are just 2 victories away from knocking off the Houston Astros and then going to the World Series against either Atlanta or LA, and Atlanta's up 2-0 over LA right now, the Dodgers. And I have a Twitter follower, PJ Perez, who is Melina's brother, by the way, and I'm not kidding you. Uh, he's a big Dodgers fan, and obviously he's from California, like his sister. The big thing is that he said he didn't like either. He says he's shooting for the Red Sox. He hates the Astros more than the Red Sox. But here's the thing. He's I told him, I said, hey, listen, if L.A. ends up winning this series, they have an opportunity for redemption either against Boston or L.A. He goes, you're right, they're both cheaters. I'm like, what? As a Red Sox fan, I'm not going to comment on the cheating part, but, and he says he's rooting for the Red Sox because of Alex Verdugo and Kiki Hernandez. And I'll tell you one thing, I told him, hey, there have been spark plugs ever since we acquired them, and the Sox acquired them. And then I'll tell you one thing right now, this is going to, like I said, I never expected the Red Sox to finish now as a wild card in the American League Championship Series. I mean, think about it, though. Chris Sale came back at the right time. It's like, we figured too little, too late. The Sox battled until the last game of the season to get that second wild card spot, and then knocked off the Yankees, knocked off the Rays, which I didn't think they were going to do. But, I'm not saying I'm doubting my team or anything. I said, we'll see what happens. I've always been trying to be cautiously optimistic because I cannot underestimate the Houston Astros. They have a great offense. They get going, and they go for the gusto, man. I'll tell you what, they have a good manager, Dusty Baker, and I tell you what, man, this is going to be one tough series, and if the Houston Astros don't get it together, man, oh man, they're going to be in for a long off season. So we'll see what happens there. But I got to tell you, though, Red Sox, Astros, what a series so far. The Red Sox have been bashing homers. They hit 4 last night, 3 grand slams. I mean, I'm telling you, whatever lineup they come up with, they're going to come up with something. I think if they want to keep going, Bogarts is going to get going. Renfro's going to get going. Dalbec is going to get going. And I'll tell you one thing right now, a lot of, I think my main concern is the bullpen because we don't have a closer because Matt Barnes, who's our all-star closer, the Sox all-star closer, I don't want to keep referring to teams as we. I apologize, especially to Kevin Henry. He hates that. He hates it when how come we refer to teams as we, Because to me, it's a representation of the home state, you know what I mean? Or the home, or the city. That's all I get. It's called representation. It's like the Red Sox represent us Massachusetts people, that type of deal. That's why we keep saying we a lot, because like they represent us with, even though we don't play on the team or anything like that. It's a representation feeling, I think that's what it is. I think the player who, I forgot who interviewed or what, and said what back then, I would have said, it's a representation thing. And then they probably don't understand. It's more like a sports lingo jargon type deal, That's how it's the end thing, you know what I mean? So anyways, what am I about to say? And I am clump. Hold up. So I think the Red Sox, I'm very interested in what happens throughout the rest of the series. And, I'm very concerned about because Matt Barnes has been losing a lot of confidence. Alex Cora's lost confidence in him. So I think I'm thinking that Garrett Whitlock could be the guy to try to close out. And if the Red Sox do advance, they could tog up the World Series roster. You know what I mean? And that's the thing too. If Matt Barnes was pretty good as a setup guy, I do believe. So I think once Kimbrel went out and Matt Barnes was like in the closer's role, but I think Garrett Whitlock should get that role instead of being the closer instead of Matt Barnes. So we'll see what happens. A lot of pressure on our young pitching staff, so a lot of young kids on the team as well, and a lot of journeyman pitchers. We'll see what happens throughout the rest of the series. I'm hoping that it'll be a good series overall. So, all right, let's talk about the final Raw before Crown Jewel and the season finale of Monday Night Raw. Here's the weird part. Now next week they said, it's the season premiere of Raw. They don't have an off season. It's not like the regular TV shows. Okay, season finale. They take a few months off, or an entire year off, or they air reruns and stuff like that. Not the WWE. So this will be the season finale of Monday Night Raw and the final Raw before Crown Jewel. And not only that, season finale, I think it's called the final Raw before the new rosters will Raw and SmackDown takes place after Crown Jewel, starting this Friday. So that's probably what they meant by that. And it's kicked off, this Raw, with Charlotte Flair, and starts running her mouth about, oh, this is my last night on Raw, where's the balloons, where's everything, where's the hugs, where's this, blah, blah, blah. Bianca Belair interrupts her and talks about, because they were supposed to have the main event, the title match between these two ladies. Both, and then Bianca Belair says, I'm going to walk out with the title. The ladies start fighting. Bianca Belair stands tall in the ring. And then Kevin Patrick was interviewing Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston on the New Day, how Xavier Woods has a huge opportunity to fight and defeat Jinder Mahal to move on against Finn Balor in the final round for the King of the Ring. That match happened, and despite the fact that Veer and Shanky got involved, Xavier Woods wins the match. Now it would be Xavier Woods versus Finn Balor at King of the Ring. At the King of the Ring final at Crown Jewel, whoever wins that is King of the Ring. Xavier Woods has been talking about it. He's been obsessed with it for a quite long time. And I got to give a shout out to Kofi Kingston. Let me take off a segue for this. Kofi Kingston, right? I'm on Twitter. All right. Sunday night, I was watching Legends of the Hidden Temple, the new Legends of the Hidden Temple show. I said if they had a celebrity version, I would nominate Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods to be on that show and play it with charity and all that. And Kofi Kingston goes, "Sigh if you only knew." And I said, I understand. I like the tweet, and I said, I understand. I understand, and I'm sure, and I'm hoping that it happens. I like to see Xavier Woods. Too, if that comes true, hey, manifest it. You know what I mean? So, anyways, Xavier Woods comes out. Finn Balor did come out to watch the matchup, and actually, no, not Finn Balor. Oh, hold up. Finn Balor didn't watch that. I screwed up. Sarah Schreiber was interviewing Austin Theory about his victory over Jeff Hardy, but then Reggie, the 24/7 champion, was getting chased by Drew Gulak, Drake Maverick, Akira Tozawa, and such. And R-Truth runs into Austin Theory. He gets upset. The two exchange words. Say, I'll challenge you to a match. Okay, it happens. And then Austin Theory comes up, and R-Truth comes out, goes, I accepted the challenge from my friend. And it was Jeff Hardy instead. A little swerve. But despite the swerve, Austin Theory defeated Jeff Hardy again. And then did a post-match selfie. But then Jeff Hardy got up, hit him with a twist of fate, did a post-match selfie. And so Jeff Hardy's going to SmackDown. Austin Theory on Raw. Austin Theory with two big victories over Jeff Hardy. That's a huge, huge accomplishment. Big E was getting ready for his tag team matchup against the Dirty Dogs. It's Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. And Big E, Drew McIntyre talk at the gorilla position. Hey, what happened last week? Let's get civilized this time. Let's do this. And then both of them came out, worked together. They beat the Dirty Dogs this time around, and then both of them were exchanging looks, confronting each other, and they said, we'll see you at Thursday, Crown Jewel, and they walk away. Anna Pierce and Sonya Deville were talking about how Raw was taking shape to take place. Charlotte Flair interrupts them, gets upset. A whole thing, and I'm like, here we go again. Street Profits cut a promo on the Raw Tag Team title match between AJ Styles and Omos and RK Bro. AJ Styles and Omos interrupt them. They started exchanging words. Leads to a tag team matchup. Not to attack against AJ Styles and Omos. Excuse me. I always gotta check my notes. I always write down what's going on and all that good stuff. Mansoor went one-on-one with the Hurt Business Cedric Alexander, which Mansoor did pick up the victory. Not a good way to start off with the reunited Hurt Business. You know what I mean? Then Mustafa Ali comes out, berates Mansoor. Mansoor found his back. He said, I'll beat you. I'll tell you one thing. He's lit a fire under Mansoor, and that could really help out Mansoor, especially in front of his family and friends in his hometown of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So they have a no-holds-barred double interview with Goldberg and Bobby Lashley. Goldberg got into Lashley's head. Lashley was getting sick of it. He threw down the mic and said, it's over. I'll see you Thursday. Kill you later, he says. I'm like, oh, boy. And then RK Bro was talking at the gorilla position and, got to the point where, for the love of God, Matt Riddle, he said, how about this? I'm going to do a little, how about this? You want the smoke? Yeah, let's go get that smoke. I'm like, oh, boy, that's double entendre. RK Bro and the Street Profits were battling. It was a heck of a matchup until AJ Styles and Omos got involved, attacking both teams post-match. And since they attacked RK Bro first, uh, RK Bro picks up the victory by disqualification. And then after both teams were attacked by by the AJ Styles and Omos, we'll see what happens there. Queen's Crown semifinal, Doudrop versus Shayna Baszler, 1-on-1. And I thought Shayna Baszler was going to win, going to advance. Doudrop, despite the fact that the Kirifuda clutch was clamped up in her, Doudrop used her leverage, used her weight to pin Shayna Baszler to win the match. Now, a lot of speculation is that the reason why Shayna Baszler is not going to Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia is very archaic in their ways, and and Shayna Baszler's lifestyle, being a lesbian, does not sit well with the government over at Saudi Arabia, and that's not the case. And I think they want Doudrop over there. I don't know, but it will lead to a rematch of sorts from Worlds Collide a few years back between Doudrop, when she was known as Piper Niven, and Zelina Vega. So Zelina Vega did show up to watch the match. So will Doudrop win, become Queen Doudrop, or will Zelina Vega win? Doudrop does have the advantage in weight and size. So we will see what happens. A lot, Saudi Arabia, a lot of people, here's the thing, people in Saudi Arabia, there's wrestling fans there, but unfortunately they're behind in the times, so to speak. And they're, because, and here's the crazy part, that the prince in Saudi Arabia wanted CM Punk and Daniel Bryan to be there, but unfortunately they're working for another organization now. And I think a lot of people, these guys need to catch up on their wrestling. You need to catch up a lot of things, a lot of current events that have been going on, and unfortunately, I don't know why Vince agreed to a deal with Saudi Arabia. I mean, the whole thing, and a lot of people are complaining about it, and a lot of backlash has been coming on the WWE because of that deal. You know what I mean? Because it's sad the way things are in the world, and the way things are in Saudi Arabia and all that. But it's happening. Crown Jewel's happening. Last time they were over there, I remember they had a lot of issues with back in 2019. It got to the point where some of the superstars have been left behind in the States doing the thing, doing SmackDown, and then all of a sudden NXT starts invading. You're like, that's a huge thing. So I think personally, I just, what I mean? Wow. Okay. And, let's see. Nope. I don't know why. I really don't know why I'm getting friend requests from random women. Can you say catfish? Anybody? Scamming? And, oh wow, this is huge. This is huge. The Newlywed Game is coming to Buzzer November the 15th. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Oh, look at this. Selfie at work. Noah. So anyways. So let's see what happens. All right, now Zelina Vega. Nikki ASH and Rhea Ripley talked to Bianca Belair. She's getting ready for a match against Charlotte Flair. Welcome to her to Monday Night Raw. And I think Rhea and Bianca go back to their NXT days, and that's really cool. And Finn Balor went one-on-one with Mace. And before Mace heads over to SmackDown, Xavier Woods shows up to watch the match. And Finn Balor did pick up the victory. And then Balor and Woods went face-to-face, exchanged some words before the King of the Ring. It's going to be an excellent matchup. So that's the King of the Ring final. If Viking Radio saw John Morrison meditating, he's saying, why are you doing this? I'm getting in touch with my chi. Like John Morrison is trying to come up with a new gimmick, so to speak. So it's interesting. With Miz going over, Miz over and Dancing with the Stars, dancing away. Please vote for the Miz, by the way, because I heard the Miz has been doing and killing it over there. Let's see what happens. The Raw Women's Championship on the line. Charlotte Flair against Bianca Belair was a heck of a matchup. But Charlotte Flair brought a chair attacking Bianca Belair to keep her title. And so Belair won by disqualification. Flair's attempt, and that's what the attempt of the steel chair is. So, tonight is NXT. As you know, I'm going to be at band rehearsal, so I'm going to miss like the first hour, up to the first hour for it. But it's a good thing I have streaming sites to watch it. So it's going to be the final NXT tonight before Halloween Havoc. I just found out that Chucky, the doll, will be a guest star on Halloween Havoc. Braun Breaker is going to... I think somebody's trying to play mind games with Braun Breaker, definitely. Because I remember Chucky's history with Braun Breaker's daddy, Rick Steiner. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens later on tonight. All right? So that's all the time I have here. And on the next episode, it's time for my picks to win predictions for Crown Jewel. That's right. I was going to do it tomorrow night because AEW is not going to be on tomorrow night because not only is preempted by hockey, but now basketball is coming into play. TNT's got two sports going on. TNT's got two sports going on. And my friend Von Baskin says TNT's made a mistake, and they're going to end up paying for it. So, that's all the time I have on the show for the season finale of Monday Night Raw, the final Raw before Crown Jewel. All right, I'll see you on the next episode, 643. It'll be PTW Event Center for Crown Jewel. Peace, love, and bless out, folks. I will see you on the next episode.